tax dollars at work. Beverly Hills police. Knocked out. And they getting knocked out. Cold.
What's up, everybody? My name's Senate, also known as Mrcheckpoint. This is why we always film the police. Now, this video was sent, it's an Instagram story at SVT_GOD. And as you'll see, he's saying that the officer is sleeping, knocked out. And actually, what you're about to watch is 2 hours later, I was able to head over there. This happened about 7 in the morning on March 2nd of 2023. I got there just after... 9:25. I got there at 9:25 a.m. and this is what occurred.
You been asleep for at least an hour. All right, so you see this? There's a patrol car, Beverly Hills, and I just got a video that said he was sleeping in his car. Now, I couldn't really tell from the video personally if he was sleeping in the car. It was dark in there, but we're gonna try to see what's going on here. It'd be hard to believe he's asleep. Yeah, he's not asleep. He's not asleep. Ask him something. Hey, sir.
Hi, good morning.
How you doing?
I'm well, thank you.
Were you sleeping?
What's that?
What did you just do?
I activated my body-worn camera.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm supposed to on every citizen contact.
You are?
Yes.
That's department policy?
Yes. How
Oh,
can I help you?
interesting.
Give me 1 sec.
Were you sleeping?
No, I'm reading my
Earlier.
email.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. 443. Show me out with the station.
I just had
Don't
one
be in
quick
front of the
question.
studio. Yes, sir.
Uh-oh, is he getting in trouble, that guy?
I'm not sure. Where?
Oh, okay. You called something in.
No, I just...
If you pull someone over for a simple traffic violation and they have a passenger in the car, does the passenger have to show you their driver's license? Or their ID? Yeah. Passengers of vehicles you pull over.
No.
They don't have to show ID.
No. I mean, if I'm stopping the driver, only the driver has to show their ID.
And then is that a city thing, a state thing, or a constitutional right?
I'm not entirely sure if it's a constitutional right. I know that in the state of California, that's what it is.
All right.
I don't think that has to do with the Constitution.
Wait, you don't think it has to do with what?
It's not written into the Constitution, surrendering your ID.
Oh, I see. But it's just a right we have to not have to show ID or
Well,
carry.
the passenger does not, but if I stop you for a traffic infraction, which is a vehicle code violation, and I ask for your driver license, then you should present the driver.
But a lot of people who get pulled over by this department, they tell me that they're passengers in vehicles and then they're asked to show ID.
Well, we can ask, but that doesn't mean that the passenger has to show. You can ask.
Okay, that's a good point.
Yeah.
And if they say no, so, I don't want to give my ID, there's no retaliation, crime committed.
Absolutely not. That's actually it. In fact, it behooves the passengers in the car to know that they don't have to do that. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then can cops lie to the public? Can the police lie?
Oh, in what way? What do you mean?
Like, you pull someone over, are you able to tell them a lie? Are you able to lie?
You can't tell them a lie about the traffic stop. I mean, when you stop somebody, you inform them.
I'm just saying, are you able to lie to the public?
Well, I mean, in what way? Can you give me an example?
Okay, an example would be you pull someone over, and then you're questioning them for maybe DUI. And then they do have passengers in the car, and then you go to the driver, you separate them, that's typical.
Okay.
And then you would go back to the driver and you would say something like, not just, an officer would say something like, hey, the passengers told me you'd, been drinking, just admit it, take the test for me. and the idea that the passengers may or may not have actually said that, but the officer having the ability to make up a lie just like that to get people to talk.
Well, I wouldn't do that. I mean,
but I'm just asking you, you guys have the ability to lie to the public. You don't have to tell us the truth.
I think that's kind of broad, and
you don't
I
have
don't want
to
to answer, something that covers so much. It's like if we have the ability to lie, that kind of makes it sound like, police are lying to people, and I don't think we're doing that. We're not doing that. So, there's a framework that we work in that our policy and law states what we can and can't do. So, but I don't want to lead anyone to believe that the police can just lie to people.
But they do every day.
Well, in what way, sir?
How do the cops lie to the public? By misinforming them of their rights.
Oh, I don't do that.
I'm just saying the police, the uniform you wear.
I'm a police officer, sir.
Huh? But the police you're allowed to lie to the public for the sake of safety, correct? Is that true?
Well, we're allowed to not. So, for example, in a crime scene, you would probably not tell certain things to the public until the investigation was finished, because you want to protect victims.
But I'm saying, are you able to lie?
You'd want to protect victims. We'll withhold information, not, and that's governed by your supervisor, your department. And so I'm just, a police officer, but my supervisor would tell me, hey, you can't announce this to the public just yet because of sensitive information. Maybe juveniles are involved. You don't want their information out there. They have a expectation of privacy, etc. So I know I appreciate the dialogue. And
no, not to preserve someone's, privacy. I'm talking about you pull over cars and then you lie to the drivers about their rights, or people stop.
I'm sure I actually don't do that, and I'm a traffic guy, so I inform the drivers what they are in violation of, whether they ran a stop sign, a red light violation, and then they have every right to rebut that. But I'm going off of my observation, and so I often tell them, if you do disagree with me, that's great. That's why we have traffic court. And I actually encourage people to come to court if they feel like the stop is unjust. But when it comes to traffic, it's, for me, with body-worn video, with cameras and technology, it allows us to be pretty accurate. But, again, the court...
Pretty accurate in what?
Like for traffic violations. That's why, I try to record my stops so that when I go to court, people can see the violation. And... but I'm not the final arbiter of, whether who's guilty or not. That's what the judge is for. And so that's...
What are your thoughts on removing police for traffic stops? Like
removing them?
Yeah.
What do you mean, like not?
Yeah, removing,
Well, there wouldn't be a traffic stop if
removing
there were no
armed
police.
officers from pulling people over for simple traffic violations.
Well, who would do that then?
Huh? That's what's being considered in many cities. After like Tyree Nichols, you have many deaths for people pulled over for simple traffic violations. And all of the reform in terms of body cam, race diversity, all those things actually happened in Memphis where Tyree Nichols was murdered, right? Okay. So if reform doesn't work, then what we're trying to say is, like, if you run a red, in Beverly Hills, there's a lot of red light traffic camera ticket machines, correct? If I run the red, you get the ticket.
There are a couple, yeah.
Right.
Red light cameras.
Right. So the point being, there's an ability to send people like tickets in the mail for breaking simple traffic violations.
Okay.
Without the need for you with a gun to have to like pull us over and talk to us and ask us where we're going.
Well, do you think that's a good thing?
Yeah, I was asking you, what are your thoughts?
I think red light cameras are great. I think we're really successful in our use of them. We get a lot of luxury automobiles that are often speeding in and around the city, and when they go through the red light cameras, as I was talking to you earlier about how we're using technology to be better, we catch a lot of people violating the red light violations with those cameras. So we have a really strong department that handles that in our traffic bureau. And to be frank, I think that's a really good tool.
No, but I'm talking about you not having to talk. Like, so if you saw someone make a right on a red, let's say, that was illegal. Or simple traffic
You
violation.
can make a right on a red in California.
I'm saying when you're not allowed to, like if someone made
like if they ran they ran the red light.
If someone made a traffic violation, if you had the ability to send them a ticket in the mail.
Well, I don't have the ability to do that. Only through the red light camera program do we have that.
But what are your thoughts on that? So removing armed officers from pulling us over for traffic stops.
That's a really broad question, and I think it's really nuanced because, if we're just talking traffic violations and armed officers pulling, well, first of all, in California, police officers are armed. That doesn't mean that they're going to use lethal force on a traffic violation, but I think the public might benefit if a traffic violator was a dangerous person in the car. I don't think an officer should not be armed when he encounters that person.
Wait,
do you think an officer should be unarmed when he encounters a person that's armed?
But that's the facade.
I know we're having a dialogue, and I appreciate the dialogue. What do you think?
But that's the facade. Wait.
I'm answering questions.
No, I know. I'm going to answer it.
Okay.
Is that most people? How many people do you pull over have a gun? No,
in my
statistically.
career,
No. I'm talking about today, yesterday. How many people are you pulling over where there's a gun?
Well,
for simple traffic violation.
Well, that's again nuanced because I'm not asking people if they have guns.
There you go. So you used it as an example. You said, I'm asking you to take out armed officers from simple traffic violations. You brought it to, well, shouldn't armed officers handle people that are armed? But I'm saying, when are people armed that are being pulled over for simple traffic violations?
Well, sir, that's a very difficult question to answer. I think we both can't answer that. Because
we can't answer what?
We can't really know who's in the car ever.
So you would have a fear to talk to a random driver who's committed a simple violation without a gun on your hip?
I don't have a fear of that, sir, but I do have a fear of the person that gets out of the car who is armed, or a person who's in the car that is armed. Every traffic stop, I don't think that there's somebody in the car that's armed, but there is a not giant, I take that back, but there.
Well, I'm just saying
I think there is a
notion.
possibility,
that's
but
tricky.
we're trained. Yeah. We're trained to make sure that not only the person that we're stopping is safe, but we're safe as well. And I think that's fair. I mean, we do a dangerous job.
Not really.
You don't think the police officers?
There's over 14 jobs more dangerous than your job. I think almost, maybe, all of them get paid less.
Can I ask?
Wait. Can I finish? Can I just finish the last sentence?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
I will answer your question.
Awesome.
And all of those jobs, the 14 more dangerous jobs that you get paid less to do, all of them, if you accidentally kill someone on the job, or you purposefully kill someone on the job, or really injure someone, you'll be held accountable from the employer as well in the legal system, as it should be. And your profession is the only one that has, again, 13 plus jobs more dangerous than it, gets paid the most, and has immunity from anything you'll actually do, including killing people who are unarmed and innocent.
Well, sir, I'm going to have to disagree with you because we're not immune to that. Police officers.
You know Aaron Goff?
Police officers are.
Do you know Officer Aaron Goff? He's a detective for your department, right?
I just wanted to have a dialogue, and I think we're not immune to that anymore.
Detective Goff, who works for your department.
Is this a one-sided conversation? Because I thought we were going to have a dialogue.
But someone who killed someone works for your department.
Sir, officers are now being charged with murder, and you're saying that people are not going to jail for crimes like that?
I'm saying that it has to be egregious and totally caught on camera. Officers kill more than 3 people every day on average.
Do you know how many people doctors kill?
Wait, but I don't pay doctors with my city taxpayer dollars to protect and serve me.
I guess we're not having a dialogue.
But I did want to say, the real dialogue is for your department. You have Officer Aaron Goff, who killed an unarmed man named Reginald Doucette, who was having a mental health crisis. The man was naked. That man's family was paid over $1 million. He went from LAPD to Beverly Hills PD, your department. And so when you say officers are now held accountable, that's actually not true. We see rare instances in Tyree Nichols where it has to be caught on camera in the most egregious way for there to be action. And is that a positive thing? Absolutely.
Yeah,
But cops
we're
do
moving
kill
in the
more
right
than 3
direction.
people every day on average. And so just because we don't know their names and see those videos, the fact that there's a lack of accountability is real. And
Sure.
your department's in a class action lawsuit for targeting black people.
Can I ask you my question now?
Please.
Do you think a police officer's job is dangerous?
Compared to what? A fisherman? Someone who chops down
Just
trees?
in general, sir.
No, I don't think it's that dangerous.
Okay.
And I'll tell you this.
Thank you. I just got a radio call. I'm
I go
sorry.
to the, yeah.
It was really a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you. Appreciate
Thank you
your
so
time.
much. Yeah, thank you.
See ya. Now, what was interesting, I got to tell you. I'm going to send the video. I'm going to upload the video, but he was, someone sent me a video that they thought he was sleeping in his car. Sleeping in the car. I'll show you that video. This is why we always
Film police.
Subscribe to Mr. Checkpoint on YouTube and send your cop videos to mrcheckpoint.com/submit.